Telling Cafe, and it is Tuesday night, my favorite night of the week or day, depending on where you are. Uh, and because it is our young tellers. And I think Yasname will be first, then Kanisha, and then we'll see who else joins us. Um, so we have Ali is having a holiday. So we have Yuliu driving the magic carpet today. Young ladies, say hello to Yuliu.
Hello, Julio.
He said, "Young ladies."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
any of you can choose whether you fall into that category. I am not going to say anything for one. I might meet you in Morocco later and be in serious trouble.
I'm
Right.
not a Barbara.
Yeah. Okay. So less of this nattering and more story, I think. And we will go to Punjab first of all for Jasnami. Jasnami, the floor is yours. A big round of applause for Jasnami.
Hello. Hello everyone. My name is Jasnami and today I'm going to tell you the story of Joha. Can you see it? So the story is Joha's shoes. One day Joha was in the mosque praying to God. He came out and he was finding his shoes. He said, "Where are my shoes?" And all the crowd outside the mosque looked at him. Why is he shouting? Joha said, "Where are my shoes?" He looked at all shoes that were on the ground outside the mosque, but he could not find his. So he said, "Where are my shoes? If I don't get my shoes, I would do what my father did." So everyone in the crowd looked at him. What did his father did? So he's speaking so angrily, and they began to think. So they ran to nearby shops and bought beautiful pair of shoes for Joha. Now Joha said, "Okay, I'll keep one of them." So he kept one of them and tried the shoes for comfort. And it was perfect. Now he was going to his home while the crowd stopped him. "Joha, wait! Joha, wait! Joha, wait!" And the Joha said, "What happened?" The crowd asked, "What did your father do?" So can you guess what did his father did when he could not find his shoes? Anyone?
Yeah, but I don't want to say. I know what he did, but I don't want to say. I want to hear you say it.
So Joha said, "My father just walked to his home without shoes." The end. Thank you.
Perfect. Incredible. I just love the way you told just now, man. And there's so what did you call it? Joha was the character.
Yes.
Yes. So it's and like Nazruddin and Hoja. Hoja. Yes. There's I love those stories. Now we're going to. I think if my memory serves me right, Kanisha is way down south. Are you way down south, Kanisha?
I don't know.
Where are you in this world?
I'm in the south in Tamil Nadu.
So you're in the south. Yes, I got it right. Fantastic. So we are going to Kanisha. A big round of applause for Jasname before we move on. And we are going to Kanisha now. And then we're going to Divija, who's sort of in the middle. So we're going north, south, and back to the middle of India. Very neat, very neat. It's an easy journey for you tonight, Yulia. Don't have to drive that magic carpet across too many oceans. Okay, so Kanisha, A big round of applause for Kanisha, and you tell your story, please.
Hi everyone. Today I'm going to tell you a story about a princess. But she isn't the princess who is waiting for a Prince Charming to come and save her. She is different. She has a warrior spirit. A long time ago, a king and a queen longed for a child. So they visited the enchanted forest in search of the wish-granting unicorn. The unicorn appeared before them. "Oh, great unicorn, please bless us with a baby. May you be blessed with a girl child who will light your world with happiness." The unicorn granted them their wish. The kingdom got their princess. The queen kissed the princess on her forehead and named her Violet. "Yay, woohoo, Princess Violet!" cheered the crowd. Then one day, I'm sorry about that. The princess was taught all the skills just like a warrior. She learned how to defend herself and more. Then one day, the secret messenger of the king brought the news that the neighboring kingdom was about to attack them. The whole kingdom was worried as they didn't have enough army to fight. Also, the king had not been keeping well lately. The princess heard the queen speaking with the king. "We must seek help from King Namor. His army can help us, and we can win the war." "I don't see any hope, my queen. Our enemy's army is quite strong. Even King Namor cannot help us." "But we must at least try," said the queen. "You're right. I will leave tomorrow." "But father, you are not keeping well. I will go and bring the army," said the princess. "I'll trust my daughter. Let her go," said the queen. The king agreed. The princess called the chief and said, "In my absence, I leave the responsibility of the king and queen on you." "Surely, princess," replied the chief. So the princess got a sword and shield and set off for the journey. On the way, the princess stopped in a village, and there an old man told her of a very strange thing. "You can't cross the other side of that mountain. The fire dragon lives on the mountain in a cave. No great man. She will gobble you up if you try to pass her cave. No great man or soldier has come back from there. I fear nothing in this world. I will cross the mountain no matter what it takes," said the princess and set off to the mountains. The fire dragon had lived there for thousands of years. Her hot breath burned the earth near her cave. The princess reached the cave. The brave princess decided to handle the dragon without any weapons, and she went inside the cave. "Honorable dragon, I have brought you flowers. Will you let me stay in your cave tonight and leave for my journey tomorrow?" said the princess. The dragon lowered her head and sniffed the cave. The dragon was so moved by the gift. She said, "I am Fiona. You are very fair, just like me. You are the first person who was kind enough to give me a gift. So be my guest." Welcomed the dragon. That night, the princess told the dragon her story. The next morning, the princess left the cave and promised that she would return after 2 days on her way back. Finally, the princess arrived at King Namar's court. Honorable King Namar, our kingdom is in danger. We need your army. Won't you help us, Your Majesty? Ha ha ha! You foolish girl! My army is going to attack your kingdom too. Now you will see your kingdom burn. King captured the princess and put her in a tower. I should have never trusted you. Let me out! The day I come out, you will regret this, raged the princess. Ha ha ha! Laughed the king mockingly and left. But little did the king knew of what he was about to witness. The dragon came in search of the princess as she did not return in 2 days. Here, Fiona, here! Cried the princess for help. The dragon flew to the tower and rescued the princess. Fiona growled at the king in anger and blew fire in the air. The king and his army knelt down before her, trembling in fear. The princess locked up the king and commanded his army to reach her kingdom. Let's go, Fiona. The princess flew on the dragon to her kingdom and bravely fought the war, and so did she save her kingdom. The chief was in awe of the princess, of her courage and bravery. He wished to marry the princess if she agreed. The princess was also very happy to marry the brave chief, who kept his word and stood by the king and queen when all the other men ran away. So the princess got married and lived happily ever after and ruled the kingdom together. But wait, what about the dragon? Fiona went back to her cave and never harmed anyone again. She grew flowers all around her cave and lived happily with her baby dragons. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed my story.
That was absolutely fantastic, Kanisha, and so many voices. That I'm jealous of your ability to do all those voices. And Baba C loved the old man's voice. I could see, you know, that southern states. Are you
a southern accent? She did an American southern accent, and I was impressed. And I'm not from the South.
That you were brilliant, and of course you are wearing a princess tiara at the moment, so you can strut. There's and you and I love stories of warrior women. Now, where did you get that story from, Kanisha? Where does that story come from?
That came from my mom.
From your mum? Where else? The best stories come from a mother's. Okay. Now, I think another round of applause for Kanisha there. Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
You all surprise me every week. Now, Davija. Now, before I go to Davija, is there anyone, because I've got a lot of blacked out screens, Gifta, Jamima, I've got another Kanisha. Is that the same Kanisha, or are you working on 2 devices there, Kanisha?
No. He's my dad.
Oh, that's so we won't get him to tell a story. But is there any other young tellers that Gifta or Jamima, or are you both audience? Okay, for now.
She's my grandma.
Yes, she's your. Oh, you bring your audience. Not only do you tell magnificently, you bring your audience with you. Excellent. Any promoter would be pleased to put you on. So without further ado, we'll pass down to Davija, who is just a sec, Delhi or Calcutta, Delhi. Are you in Delhi, Davija, or am I got that wrong? Or is that Erica?
I live in Varanasi.
You're where?
I live in Varanasi. Varanasi.
Varanasi, but that's halfway up, isn't it? That's sort of the middle of India, isn't it?
It's just middle. It's just the middle side of the.
That perfect. Well,
What-
this isn't a geography lesson, it is a storytelling. So let us go to Davija and hear your story. Fantastic. Round of applause for Davija.
So, you know what's this?
A talking drum?
Anyone unmute and say, what's
A
this?
talking drum?
Tamru.
Yes, you're right, Sname. So now, let's begin the story. Same like. Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Today, I'm here with a wonderful story to narrate. The name of the story is The Bear and His Lesson. Once upon a time, there was a huge, a big jungle. There was a bear who was very active and selfish. He always told all the animals who were there in the jungle, you know, I'm the best. I'm stronger than the lion. Let's listen in his voice. I am better than the lion. You know, I am so much smarter than the lion. Next king, I'm going to be the next king. His one dialogue was, चुन चुन के चाल चलूंगा, अगला king तो मैं ही बनूंगा. He said the same thing whenever he started talking to anyone. Although he helped his mother to make rooms in his house. Although help making yummy, delicious, tasty, healthy food. Also, his mom always refused him. Dear son, you don't have to eat honey because it's harmful for your health. You are going to be this much and then this much, okay? So you don't have to eat honey. Is that right? Is this clear? Let's sing. Done. 3 months. He was bored while eating the same food every day. Vegetables, vegetables, vegetables. Broccoli, cabbage, broccoli, cabbage every day. Then he got an idea. Let's do something interesting. Then, next morning, it was after 3 months, he decided to run from the jungle. Then he quickly ran. Then he went to a very strange jungle. Did not know about the jungle. He was just wondering at the yummy food. Yes, I got holiday by eating the healthy food. Cabbage, the broccoli. I'm just gonna eat honey, lots of honey, meat, and yummy fruits. I don't want to eat broccoli anymore, cabbage anymore. I don't want to eat it. Then he saw a strange voice. coming. All the animals were crying. You know why were they crying? Just because they lost the king of the jungle. Means they lost the lion. The name of the lion was Simba. What was the name? Simba.
Simba.
Then washed his hands and then went other animals and said, what happened? You know from where I've came? I've came from the sky. You know, I'm an angel. I can be the king because I'm the brother of the lion. Never knew that. I have came from the sky. An angel going to take care of. All the animals were so much happy because they got a very, very new king for the jungle. They said, okay, you can be. Then he told other animals, told to rabbits, hey, rabbit, you have to bring me yummy, yummy meat to eat. I want to eat meat. What do I want to eat? I want to eat meat. Go and bring me the meat. He called the horses and told them, go and bring me fruits. I want to eat mangoes, grapes, bananas, apples. Bring me the food that's there in your forest, in the jungle. Then he called the zebras. Come, 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 come. Now you have to bring me candies. I love the sour candies. Go and bring me. He became fatter, fatter, and then fatter. All the animals were just fed up of him. What can we do? He's eating all the food. He will be there more in this jungle. What can we do? We will not be able to eat food. Then all the animals, after just planning, made a plan. They gathered and just made a plan. That took 1 week. After 1 week, at the night, they told, hey, dear king, you know there is a man who has so many fruits. There is a bear like you. He lives in the well and he has so many food. He has meat and he wants to share with you. Then they made him bring. Come, 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 come. And then showed him inside the well. Say, go and just jump into the well. And then you're going to get lot of food. Lots of food. Fruits, meat, honey, and etc. etc. Then he quickly jumped in the well and then he lost his life. The moral of the story is never be selfish, lazy, and do not give order to anyone. Thank you and Jai Hind. That was all from Divija Chandra. And once again, bye-bye.
Thank you, Divija. Marvelous. Now, I think we need a little drum conversation because Babasi was talking about a talking drum. Now, if I've got it right, Babasi, the talking drum is under your arm, and because the strings go like go the tightening, and you tighten the skin by going like that with your arm, and you play it with a hooked stick. Whereas I forgot what you call yours, Divija and Jasname. What do you call your drums? What's the name?
It's Damru.
What was that, Jasname?
The instrument of Lord Shiva. He played it when he became so much happy or so much sad.
The instruments
These
are.
beads you can
So
see,
it's got the two beads on a string, and you do that
and then
with it.
that surface it hits, so then the noise comes like
Sound
this.
is produced.
The instruments are played entirely different, but they
The shape.
reminded me. Yes, the shape reminded me of the talking drum. And Baba Ngoma, whose name literally translated into Father Drum, used to amaze audiences by picking out people, having them say their name, and then making the drum say their name. He was awesome. He's a master. He's an ancestor now, but he was a master. And seeing and listening to them with the drum that reminded me of Baba Ngoma added extra dimension and flavor to the story. In fact, Princess D and Princess J are becoming storytellers of the yummiest kind.
And it was a brilliant story, Davija. Brilliant story. You just one word of advice when you're on Zoom. You see where your head is now, where you're taking it a little higher, so there's not all that white space above you. It just makes it much better when you're telling the story. But it's fantastic. It didn't detract from the story at all. So another round of applause for Davija. And I think we need Davija and Jasname together to do the drum thing. 1, 2, 3. Unmute both of you and do the drum thing together.
We were just chatting amongst each other that we are going to have next week we are going to have a fun collaboration. One story with we both are going to collaborate, and we are going to we're just going to present a story, and you're going to have lots of fun. And me and Jasname have lots of things same, like heavens and this Damru and same t-shirts right there.
Oh, we look forward to next week. Now, in our usual way, we will go around all the young people and get them to talk about each other. So, Jasname, what do you want to say to the other two?
I want to say I loved Kinisha's voice modulation, and of Davija, I loved her expressions and the way she narrated. And as always, I enjoyed.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Kanisha,
sir.
Kanisha, over to you.
Well, I really love Jasname's ending, where this is what my father did. He didn't have shoes, so he walked in barefoot, something like that. But I really love that ending.
Yeah, she makes it really punchy, doesn't she? It's really good. Davija, what have you got to say to the other two?
I love Kenisha's story, and I love Jasname. She narrates all the stories very nicely. I think you're not new. You're just old. You're just working on stories 1 or 2 years, I think.
Yeah. So you are all brilliant. Give yourselves a big round of applause before we go and ask the grown-ups. So in the usual way, we will go round. Manuela, what did you think?
Well, it was refreshing to be back, and thank you, Jasname. You always add that touch of humor, which lifts our spirits always. Thank you. And Kanisha, yes, you surprised us today with all those funny accents. I was wondering if Baba C had something to do with that. And Divisha, the way you express your mime, I could just imagine what you were describing, and I learned the word, but I'll call them drums for now. I love the drums you use, and what I found awesome about you young tellers is how you're collaborating outside of the Tuesday evening. That is great. That's fantastic. I think, John, it's
so
okay for me to say that this is what it's all about, yeah? Sharing stories and going beyond. So fantastic. I'm happy to be back.
Thank you. And we're happy to have you, Manuela. We've missed you. Jackie.
Hi, John. Hello, everybody. Girls, another lovely evening of stories and 3 very different tales, but all high quality. I'm very excited to hear your collaboration next week. That will be wonderful. And I'm not going to say any more because my throat is gone. But thank you.
Heather. You have to unmute, Heather. It's kind of a basic rule.
Sorry, John. I didn't hear you say my name, so I was just saying, poor Jackie. So to hear your throat's not well, but oh, what a fantastic 3 stories, and as Jackie said, all very different. And just to echo what Manuela was saying about all 3, you know, I think the thing that I love about all of your storytelling is the energy that you put into it and the way that you make action alive. So I can see the story happening. I can see characters. You make the different characters come alive, and I can see the action. And I think that's just fantastic.
Well, Phil, I know you really make an effort to get here. You know, Phil crosses. She flies across volcanoes. She traverses ice packs, and she does all sorts of stuff to get here. So, Phil, what did you think?
Well, I must confess, I'm on holiday today and I forgot. So I was late. So I do apologise. I couldn't believe it. I went, oh, it's Tuesday. Where am I meant to be? I missed the beginning, the first story, and halfway through the second one. I promise I will go on Facebook and I will listen to them later on. And I am sure I am going to be overwhelmed as always. I just love your stories. You are the highlight of my week. I couldn't believe I forgot. You're just such great storytellers. I just love the enthusiasm, and it makes me go and practice and do my own storytelling a bit better. And good for you, because you make me go and work at mine.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Phil. Now that teaches you to have a holiday. You know,
I know I shouldn't have had a holiday.
If you're rushing back from work, you get here on time. So, you know, I mean, that's.
To be honest, I was invited out for breakfast this morning with a very, very good friend. And so I had breakfast, and I am just home from breakfast. I've had a bra day.
That was a good breakfast then.
It was a great breakfast.
Cass.
Well, in a way, John, everybody's said it already. I agree with all the comments that the adults have made so far. And it's just hard to believe that these girls are the age they are, that they're just such skillful storytellers. And I would say that, you know, you can go to a really nice adult story circle and you just get that feeling of sharing stories and the fellowship of sharing stories. And, you know, it's just the same with these young tellers, if not more so. It's just a lovely sense of all coming together to share stories. What's not to like? I love it.
Yeah, we're with you there, Kat. Julia, this is the first time you've hosted the Young Tellers, isn't it? Or what were they? Or you watch secretly every week? Do you? Well, it's the first time you've been on the screen, so I've had to ask you your opinion. So you've got to speak, you've got to unmute to do it. Yeah. Go for it.
Sorry, John, I can't find the unmute button. I don't know where it is. There were some excellent stories this evening. I enjoyed them all. Can't wait to next week.
And from you, that is the equivalent of an essay or a whole story. So there's Babasi.
To the Princess 3, thank you for your stories that are so often yummy. I really enjoy listening to you more and more, and some of you are repeating or resharing a story you shared earlier. And that's great, because each time you do that, you embellish and add more dimension, and you're more relaxed, and it lets us see the inner you. Princess K, I keep looking at you. I have to go through my family album because you look like a member of my family, and I got to find that. But I have 7 external hard drives filled with family pictures, so it's going to take a long time to find that. Princess Jasname, yay! I love listening to you and the way you're developing your own signature way of beginning. Princess Divija, also, you are developing your own way, just like I do that long time ago. You have your own way of introducing yourself with your instruments. But to all 3 princesses who are here today, I love the fact that you're beginning to collaborate and share with each other, and you're educating us who are more seasoned about your instruments and your culture. And that's part of what storytelling does. It teaches. While we're all having a good time, we're learning things that we didn't even know we didn't know. So I call you the Princess 3 because there are 3 of you today. One who's dressed as a princess, but all of you have the spirit and epitome of princesses. And I'm talking about modern day princesses, because I know you're not waiting for a knight to save you. In fact, you'll probably save him.
Yeah, I think Kanisha's story with the warrior princess just about sums it up. But that was wonderful. I've got to do a live storytelling tomorrow, and I'm just thinking, if I can come just have that much of the talent and the enthusiasm that you've got, I think I'm going to be a happy man. You're just amazing. And well, thank you all as always. And I really look forward to next week, to this collaboration, and I'm looking forward to how many other voices you've got tucked away there, Kanisha. And bringing us the stories your mother told you, I think I just love that. That's a proper handing down, isn't it? That is the oral tradition, which we all talk about and very few of us practice. Well, we all practice it, but to just get it directly from mother to mother to mother to mother is just beautiful. Right, and so I'm going to wish you good day, good night, good afternoon, good morning. But I need to actually say what's coming up. Friday, come and be audience, because Kath and Shane and Michael Faculty are doing pirate stories. So Kath is becoming the pirate. And we've got 3 captains, of which Kath Edwards is the most terrifying pirate of all. And and then Saturday, we have Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And of course, Jasname and Kanisha and Divija's gone. You are welcome to come on Saturday morning, 10 o'clock UK time, which is sort of afternoon in India, a bit easier for you. We have Asian and Australasian tellers. And of course, you're welcome to come with the adults and to tell with the adults on that. Jasname, you've done that Saturday morning before, haven't you? I think.
Yes, I've done.
It's fun, isn't it? And we have tellers from all over Asia for that, mainly, and occasionally Australian, and that's really good. So, and then Sunday we go across to Ireland. We're doing a Rock the Casbah, a fundraiser for our festival, and but that's coming from Ireland, from Moth and we're collaborating with the Moth and Butterfly Festival, and Orla McGovern is putting that together, and so I'm really looking forward to that. One of the things I like about those days is that I don't have to do any work; it's all done for me, and then of course, and then it's back to next Tuesday, with the collaborations and the wondrousness of you three. And maybe Zagaza will be back with us, so, and Nigeria. So one more big round of applause for our young tellers. And thank you, and good night, or good afternoon.
Good night. I can't wait to hear what Kanisha says next. I couldn't resist that. I love them all. Good afternoon, everyone. Take care. Have a terrific Tuesday and a wonderful Wednesday.